channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Nenye, and basically I make videos for F1 students and H1B students. Well, people on F1 visa and H1B visa, so basically international students in America. And I make videos about like study abroad schools and also finance and personal development videos. So today I am actually going to be talking about Berea College, and I am going to be going in depth about Berea College, because the thing is, a lot of people actually have been, reaching out and asking me questions about Berea College, and I realized a lot of people are actually interested in it. So today I'm going to kind of like talk about Berea College and some of the things you should know as an international student while applying, and also some of the things you should know when I guess you've gotten admission. So the first thing is Berea College is actually a free tuition college. A lot of people think it's a scam. Is Berea a scam? No. Do you get admitted into Berea and pay for anything? You do pay for some things, but I'll go into that. As I mentioned before, Berea College is a free tuition college for whoever is enrolled. So you don't pay tuition at all. You get to pay other things, but the tuition is free. But we all know that tuition is the main thing that takes out the huge chunk in college education. So if you have a free tuition, some other things like room and board, they're not going to be that hard for you to pay. So as an international student, first of all, Berea College accepts only one international student per country per year. Sometimes it does accept two, but that is very rare. In my set, it accepted me and another guy from Nigeria. So we were like the two Nigerians that came to Berea College for that year. First of all, how do you apply to Berea College? First of all, you go and you search how to apply to Berea College as an international student, and there you're gonna see our international application for the fall is now closed. We anticipate making changes. So yeah, the international application for fall is now closed, because usually you have to apply, I think, by October 15th for early decision, and then by November 30th for normal decision, and then by April Berea gets back to you with your decision. People that have actually been accepted, international students that have been accepted into Berea this year, like people that are going to be studying in Berea College this year fall, they should have been notified that they got accepted into Berea College. Okay, yeah, so the application deadline is November 30th, but they have like the early application, which is October 15th. And the next thing we're going into is the documents that are required for international students. So there's the international application for admission, there's the personal essay, there's the copy of official secondary school records. So those are basically your high school transcripts. Then there's also 2 teacher recommendation forms. During my set, they took both recommendation forms from teachers, like from professors, and also from like a religious head. So because for my set, I remember that my reverend from my church then wrote a recommendation letter for me, and then 2 of my professors also wrote recommendation letters. So I think they will also accept one from a religious head. Then financial resources confirmation form. So that financial resources confirmation form, I've seen some people that ask, okay, if you're international students and you're not paying anything, then what is that for? Basically, coming into Berea College, you have to deposit $2,200. That's $2,200. That $2,200 is going to be like an emergency money for all your 4 years in Berea College. You're not even going to be the one managing the money. Like, that money is going to be international students admission center. Those are the people that are going to hold that money. For me, I didn't even use any part of my deposit all through my 4 years in Berea College. And finally, after I graduated, the money was given back to me. So that's $2,200. No, Berea is not eating your money. That money is just basically for emergency. So when you graduate Berea, they give you the part of the money that you didn't use. So that's basically that financial resource confirmation form. Then a copy of score reports from at least one of the following exams. It could be TOEFL, IELTS, ACT, SAT, or Duolingo. Yes, Berea has actually started accepting Duolingo for English proficiency, which is good, because Duolingo, I think it costs only $50. I don't think it costs that much to get like a Duolingo certification. So that's really good. So the one thing I actually want to touch on when applying to Berea is that the thing you should focus on, because I've seen comments like people are commenting and asking me, oh, what was your SAT score, or what was your ACT score, or what was your TOEFL, what was this, what was that? Yes, those things are important. I mean, yes, my SAT score was it was like above average. It wasn't like excellent. It wasn't like, because then when I took SAT, it was out of 2400. It wasn't out of 1600 like it is right now. So I remember then it wasn't like I got like a perfect score or something. It was just like above average. I think it was like the 25 percentile or something like that. But for Berea, because it's a free tuition college, it concentrates, like basically focuses on like Appalachians and people with low income. What you have to do is focus on your personal essay. Your personal essay is what gets you into Berea. It's not really the fact that you had like a perfect score. You can have a perfect score, have a perfect GPA, and you might not be able to get in. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying do not have like a good GPA. I am not saying do not have like a good SAT score, a good ACT score. Of course, focus on those things. But the thing is, Berea wants to see you as like a well-rounded individual, right? Berea wants to see your college, Berea wants to see like your essay. You have to talk about who you are. You have to talk about like how maybe if you don't attend Berea, you won't be able to like attend school anymore. You know, you have to like give a reason. Why do you want to get into Berea? Why should they accept you over someone else who is also like equally as smart as you, or maybe smarter than you? You have to give Berea a reason for why you're special. Because again, don't forget, Berea's acceptance rate is only 30%, and Berea accepts only one international student per country, sometimes two, depending. It also depends on like the population of the country. When the population is a lot, like Nigeria, it accepts two sometimes. But yeah, so you have to really focus on your essay. Bring out who you are. Talk about like the volunteer you've done. For me, I was like really lucky. I was doing a lot of volunteer stuff when I was growing up. I didn't even know that those things would come in handy. Like my mom would go to church and do some things. I'll follow her. I'll tell my mom on Saturdays, oh, I want to go volunteer for this. I did not know those things would come in handy. So those were like the things that I put into my college applications. I had to like also write about like my family. I had to write about myself, the aspirations I had, and all of those things. And that was kind of like what set my application apart for that year. And I was able to get in. So that's one of the major things I'll say. Really focus on like your application. So the next thing I'm going to go into is kind of like the things you pay when you get admitted into Berea as an international student. So like you remember, Berea College is free tuition, so you're not paying you're not paying for tuition, but you have to pay for other things. Basically, you know how, well, if you're in the US and you're working, you have to pay taxes. So for us, we're paying 14% taxes. So you have to pay. That taxes is going to be at least $1,000 per year. That is what you're going to have to pay. You don't have to worry about how this money is going to come, because when you get into Berea, you get assigned a job. So that money is going to come from the job that you get assigned. That's like the major thing that you're paying. Then there are like other things, like for instance, the food. Of course, there's like the canteen. What is it called? There's the food service. But for me, when I was in Berea, I didn't really like the food service. I did not like the food at all. So I would make my own food by myself. So I had to go, like, I'll go to like Walmart, or I'll go to like Kroger. Kroger was in Richmond then, and I'll buy my own food stuff. And that's how like I made my own food. So things like that. I mean, of course, you can eat the food like that was just my own choice. You don't have to spend on food, right? Because Berea gives you food also free of charge. And then there are like other things also, for instance, like winter outfits. So for winter, when you come in as a freshman, they take you shopping. They give you $250 each person and take you shopping for winter. I remember then when they gave all of us $250, we were so excited. We thought like, oh my god, $250, that's a lot of money. But it's not really a lot of money if you're shopping for winter, because like one winter jacket is like $150, sometimes $200. So you have to buy like winter jacket, you have to buy like the thick pants like jean, you have to buy like, you know, the thermal outfits, you have to buy like the winter boots. So yeah, so the thing is, those are the kind of things that you're gonna spend on in Berea. You're also gonna have to like spend on yourself, like, you know, the things you use to take care of yourself and all of those things. But when it comes to like the school itself, the thing you're paying to the school, the amount you're paying to the school, you're not really paying much. You're not really paying. The only thing you're paying is like your taxes for the year, and yes, then like your books, and that's just basically. So I am going to end this video here. I just kind of like wanted to make a little in-depth video because a lot of people were just asking me those questions, so I kind of wanted to make like a general video that talks about it. If you have more questions, leave it in the comment section, and if I get like a lot more questions about Berea, I am going to make another follow-up video on this to explain everything better for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do follow my Instagram if you want. Yes, and I'll see you guys in another video.